As they say, it's not always about the destination, but the journey. I have no idea who they were. But this time, we spent just as much time traveling to our destination and seeing a bunch of crap along the way as we do at the actual destination. So grab a cheap cold one and join us on our journey to Rendezvous in the Ozarks 2024. Welcome to Boondock Haverlock. Good morning from Elkmont Campground in the Smokey Mountain National Forest. We stopped here. It's actually day 2 on our trip out to RITO. And what the funny thing is it's only 50 degrees. And she's in a freaking blanket, of course, with her iced coffee. So hopefully it'll be a little bit warmer out there in RITO, but we'll find out. And we came through last night and actually drove into Gatlinburg to look for some wood. And not only do we have to pay $15 a bundle, but that place is like the boardwalk of Ocean City or Myrtle Beach or up in Jersey in the mountains. We'll drive through there this morning on our way to Pigeon Forge because we're going to hang out there for the day. But we'll show you what it's like. It was unexpected, but now if I know I'm coming down here, I know what to expect, because before, no clue it was like that. And it was a Monday night, and it was insanely busy. We'll see what it's like on a Tuesday morning. I'm going to grab my coffee. She's already got her iced coffee, which is kind of funny when she's bundled up in a blanket and napping already. But I'm going to get my coffee. I'm going to go get some breakfast. Might make it here. Not sure yet. First thing in the morning, we decided to go on a hike to look for an old logging town that the Forest Service maintains. We did find some old foundations, some dilapidated chimneys, various other structures, but nothing that really looked, quote, maintained. I'll bet this one was a rich person's house.
Well, this most likely would have been in the bedroom, this one. And then this probably was their cooking stove. Look, it even had electric at one point in time. Well, this actually, I think you're right. I think this was like a garden.
Yeah, that was a wall, because this is the front of the house.
This is the front of the house. Right
I'm sure these structures were all part of the Elkmont logging town at one point, but these seemed a little too far gone. Nonetheless, we continued down the trail for about 30 minutes or so. We did end up turning around, and when we got back to the trailhead, we looked up this nice paved pathway and saw the Elkmont Historic District, the part of it that actually is maintained by the Forest Service. It only took us about an hour to find it when it was right where we started. Oh well, we did have a good hike. So after walking 2 miles the wrong way down a trail, this is what we were looking for.
When do we move in?
Oh, you can see through the walls to the outside, so. There's a bat. Oh, nice.
It's a brown bat.
Elkmont was a company town built by the Little River Lumber Company and Railroad in 1908. They logged the area until 1925, and when all the trees were gone, they pulled up the rails and basically just left. And this is what is left after the Forest Service has rebuilt a ton of it. So this is it.
And look, they put electric in it eventually.
Yep. One plug. 2 plugs.
And some light bulbs in the ceiling.
How's that? Now, Gatlinburg was not like anything I expected. We drove through on a Tuesday late morning and there were just people everywhere. The only thing I can really compare it to is like a boardwalk on the East Coast. Think like Ocean City or Myrtle Beach. Don't think it's as bad as Coney Island, but I've never been there. It was just, like I said, not expecting it to be this busy on a Tuesday. After the circus that was Gatlinburg, we drove down the road and had lunch in Pigeon Forge at the old mill, which was really neat. They had good food and we got to sit at a window overlooking the river, which was cool. And then what trip to Tennessee wouldn't be complete without going to Bussy's? Good morning on day 3. We're supposed to camp at the Bass Pro Shops parking lot, Big Pyramid in Memphis, but decided against it mainly because we weren't sure if there was going to be a place to take a dump. And we didn't want to set up our potty tent. So we ended up staying at the Dogwood Ridge. The Dogwood Ridge campground in the Meman State Forest, right on the Mississippi. We didn't get here till like 9 o'clock, so, you know, able to reserve it. We had to call to reserve it, but stayed here, slept real well. The mosquitoes are still out here, which is kind of surprising, but we did end up getting a nice little fire. Somebody left us some firewood, but we're getting ready to head out to go check out the Bass Pro, and then we're going to go see the Graceland gate, and then we're going to go and actually get a hotel for tonight because we want a nice shower and do some laundry before we head to RITO and out into the wilderness of the Ozarks for 3 days. Well, we're going to pack up and get up and out of here. The mighty Mississippi looks kind of low. We're probably standing right where it normally should be, at the bottom of a boat ramp at the Meman State Park. And, you know, all this garbage, I'll try and pick some up. Looks like people have been camping down here. So it's probably been low for a while. People don't do this. This is gross. I'd guess it's probably about 20 feet low. Oh well. All right, I think we've seen the river. Now into Memphis. So underneath the parking lot is where we were gonna stay, or the south parking lot, which is somewhere down here. But I don't think they would have. It's probably either over there or over there. But I don't see.
Oh, there's one there. There's a bus.
It's a bus. But yeah, but there's like a walled off area. I don't know, man. Let's go and find out what it's all about. So because we're in Memphis and the wife wanted to, we made a special little stop. What are you doing?
Defacing public property.
Where'd you put it? Well,
We made it to Graceland.
the wall of everybody. I had no idea this was a thing.
I didn't either.
Probably locked the truck. And we're not paying $80 to go walk around there.
No.
But we got to the gate. They paid $80 each. Of course, after visiting the giant pyramid Bass Pro, we had to stop for lunch. We had to compare the big one to another Bass Pro. And to be honest, it's a little bit underwhelming. Oh well. Lunchtime.
You can barely see Benji's taillights.
I'm gonna drive down here real quick, see if this looks like a pretty decent spot to camp. I don't know.
Stink bug. He's in the dashboard. We brought a bunch of stink bugs with us because apparently it's stink buggy at our house. And there's one in my dashboard. Once we met up with Benji and Kate, we got a campsite, sat down at the fire, and had some really good conversation, along with a few cheap cold ones. But, you know, that's normal.
Any luck over here?
Well, hello. Had a lot of corrosion on the negative.
What trip to the Ozarks is not complete without going to the Union Schoolhouse? Let's go inside. I know y'all seen it. It's been on YouTube 1,000 times. After the schoolhouse, of course, you gotta line up your rigs in the parking, and then you hit Bub's cabin. What's crazy is one thing we've noticed being here this time of year, all the epic water crossings are just epic rock crossings. A lot of these creeks are dry. Seems to be the norm for this time of year. You know, hence all the dust on the taco. Tuesday's gonna need a bath. They are cooking like mofos. After the Oark Cafe, we finally got to RITO. Checked in, set up camp, and walked through all the vendors where we saw some cool shit. Literally.
So many people like, oh, I had steak last night, and Brad's cooking steak tomorrow night. I'm like,
Oh, man.
did you get some?
You the one that made all this crap?
I made the pasta lime and heated up the boudin.
It's some good shit.
Get another bowl.
You heard of Raleigh? Yeah. 30 mile. Agreed.
So that's why, like, the other day, we had, like,
Lake Ozark?
yeah.
25, 30 minutes?
He's like, yeah, it's not cold enough yet up there. Shit, that's pretty damn good.
Last year was windy, cold.
Day 2 of RITO, and we had to go to Walmart for one thing. We ran out of washer fluid, and we need that today because we're gonna ride more dusty trails, and it's gonna be nothing but dust and dust and dust.
I think I'm definitely gonna buy that little air down kit.
Day 2 trail ride. It's 3 Toyotas and a Jeep, which is very rare because it's always almost 3 Jeeps and a Toyota, so this will just be something different. So I'm going to give you guys a before dust shot, and then once we're done I'll give you an after, and you can see how much dust we actually accumulate, because it's going to be a dusty day again. So the lunch stop dust break, it's bringing our fingerprints back, and we can see more grease. Good times.
looking back, second batch, because first batch didn't make it out there. Like, didn't make it off the table. That too. But also be too.
Right.
And like kind of dinner and all that stuff. And stuff that I'm not.
And with that, rendezvous over. Geared up, ready to take the 14-hour, 1,000-mile drive home. Before we left the Ozarks, we had to clean off all the Oark Cafe grease and all that freaking dust. We did decide to drive the whole way home in one day, all 15 hours of it. The trip was amazing. We finally got to meet up with friends in person and only confirmed that they are the real deal. We will be returning to the Ozarks for sure, but next time it'll be for a camping and wheeling focused trip.